What's the deal, baby? Y'all already know it is the big boss, how boss dog cake poke through the door. Here to talk this boxing. What time, but hey, we don't run for no smoke. Terence Crawford say that he and Errol Spence should fight in England, the UK. Let's talk about it. So Terence Crawford's been interviewed by the Boxing Voice. You know, Terence Crawford was in his gym, and the Boxing Voice, I think FaceTime called him, or, did a video interview or whatever, asked him a series of questions. And one of the questions they asked was, the locations of the Errol Spence fight. It was like, they knew Texas, Dallas Cowboys, there was one of them in Vegas. And then Terence Crawford just went off the grid and was like, oh, I will fight Errol Spence in England. So, the dude like England, like why England? You talking about, the fans, they really support boxing. They come out, and they really just, they do a lot of great things for their fighters, and, so, the interview was like, well, I mean, you do know in the UK, like, they don't have, to compete with any other sport. They got baseball and, in America, we got baseball, basketball, football. We got a lot of other shit. Of course, Terence Crawford was like, you making my point. It would be big over there. They'll really come out and support us. He also brought up like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. And look, man, at the end of the day, the shit don't make sense, man. The more Bud Crawford talks, the more it shows that he don't know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to business, okay? When it comes to running a business. Bud Crawford is the type of dude that white people, come to the hood and they sell you a pipe dream. And, let's say Bud was a rapper, they put him in a 360 deal. We're going to call him a 360 deal Bud, because they can sit there and now Bud will move if they throw a whole bunch of money at him. Hey, Bud, $2 million. But then they don't realize they own everything in regards to him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not sitting here saying that that's the case. But I'm just saying, like, he ain't, his business sense ain't there, bro. I don't know what the fuck he got going on. I don't know. It's the more he talk, the more he shows he don't know what he's talking about. He's ignorant in this area, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he don't have people around him that can correct that behavior. They can be like, hey, bro, look, say this. No. It seems like Bud don't like people who gonna check his ass. Like, because he ain't saying the right. If I was Bud partner, I'd be like, hey, bro, like, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make it. Why would you fight Errol Spence in the United Kingdom? Errol Spence is American. He's from DeSoto, Texas. Was born in Long Island, New York, or somewhere in New York, right? You were born in Omaha, Nebraska, right? Both of y'all are American. Both of y'all, well, Errol Spence was an Olympian. Bud, you fought in the Pan Am Games. Y'all American. Why the fuck would you take a fight like this? A fight that Americans want to see. A fight that Americans will support. We'll support the... Man, them boys will be out there. You know what I'm saying? This is a suit and tie event. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no event where you come in with, I mean, these boys nowadays, I don't know. They be wearing them tight pants, but, this ain't that type of event. This is a suit and tie event. This is the event where you show up in your best garments. You know what I'm saying? You got two of the greatest fighters of this era fighting. And you talking about you want to take it to the UK. Now look, Terence Crawford, I told y'all, can't accept the fact that he don't deserve 50%. All of this is dealing with control. Terence Crawford wants to control the situation. He wants to manipulate the situation. He wants his fingers all over this shit. That's what it is, right? I was going to go another way with it. I was going to bring up the drug testing. Because, in the UK, they don't really, hey, they fighters be on all type of stuff. You know what I mean? And they catch it like after the fact. After they done fought like 10 people. You know what I'm saying? But, I said, now, Bud ain't that type of fighter. So I'm not even going to go that way. I'm going to say that he want to be in control of everything. And he can't control it, so it's bothering him. So he's finding ways to control the situation. Hey, we should fight on Black Prime. They offering us this. Thinking that L. Spence going to be moved by that. L. Spence like, man, because L. Spence trusts Al Heyman. L. Spence financially is stable because of Al Heyman. Now, of course, L. Spence has made his own investments, but he's been advised by Al Heyman from the beginning. You know what I mean? And L. Spence has a promotional company, and he can sit there and basically sign fighters, give them advances. Hey, bro, I'm gonna pay you this up front. You know what I mean? He can do that as a promoter. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, Mandow Promotions is a lucrative promotional company. You got a lot of guys that got promotional companies, but they don't got big fighters on their promotional company. Tank Davis got a promotional company. He's the biggest fighter in his company. You know what I'm saying? He don't have fighters that are like Earl got Frank Martin. Tank don't have that. David Haney don't have those type of fighters. They are the face of their promotional company. They the boss and the face. You know what I mean? So like I keep saying, at the end of the day, like, we got to keep it a stack. Bud don't know what the fuck he talking about. When it comes to business, his business sense ain't there. His antennas ain't up there. His IQ in the business area is not up there. He's sitting there talking about Errol Spence and him in the UK. That's not logical, bro. That doesn't make any sense. He needs to fight Errol here on American soil. He needs to sign that contract and accept the fact that he's the B-side. He can't accept that. That's why he didn't sign that contract. He didn't sign a contract because he couldn't get his way. Like I keep saying, he took his ball and went home. That's what it was. He wanted stuff done his way. He wanted to sit there and dictate how everything's supposed to go. And he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. But he want Errol to do that, though. He want Errol Spence to listen to him. He want Errol to listen to him. Bud feel like, because that's why Bud alludes to, I've done this in my career. He keep bringing that shit up because he feels like, because I've done all these things in my career, I should be in control of everything. I should be the A-side. That's not the fucking case. You ain't selling out. Even through all that, let's be real. Even through all that stuff that you accomplished, right? Right? You still ain't did the numbers that nigga did. You still, you say you've done all this stuff. You still ain't doing numbers like Errol Spence has done. You still ain't doing numbers like Jamel Charlo is doing. You ain't did that shit, bro. You ain't. You haven't. You still ain't. And you not in this fight. So like I keep saying, man, at the end of the day, Terence Crawford is embarrassing himself. That's what it is. He's embarrassing himself. He's embarrassing his brand. Look, the logical thing for Terence Crawford to do is hire somebody who can give him some representation, sign with somebody, or hire somebody who can speak for you or who can guide you in what you're supposed to say. Because the way you talking, you're going to get less than 35%. Boss gone.